All right, let's start with a big story that we are tracking at this hour, where Vladimir Putin has won his fourth term as the Russian president. Now, exit polls in Russia show Putin has won the presidency with at least about 73% of the votes in his favor. The President Vladimir Putin made a victory speech in front of his campaign headquarters in Moscow shortly after the exit poll results projected him as a clear leader. He's also called for national unity in his speech and said that he is not planning on making any constitutional reforms yet.
Стоят очень сложные, непростые задачи. И нам нужно не просто их решать, как обычно в текущем режиме, а нам нужно осуществить, я говорил об этом не случайно в послании, прорыв, рывок. Мы можем это сделать. У нас есть для этого все основания вот так считать и добиться такого результата. И нам очень важно, чтобы, когда мы будем это делать, чтобы различные политические силы руководствовались не групповыми интересами, не какими-то клановыми, а общенациональными. Пока я никаких реформ не планирую конституционных. Что касается председателя правительства, правительства в целом, я уже сказал, я, конечно, об этом думаю, но предметно начинаю думать с сегодняшнего дня, потому что нужно было дождаться результатов выборов, но все изменения будут объявлены после инаугурации. Что касается вот той трагедии, о которой вы сказали, я узнал о ней из средств массовой информации.
All right, so that is what Vladimir Putin had to say in the aftermath of what the exit polls predicted. 73% of the people who voted in the election are said to have voted in his favor. While the official results are yet to be released, Putin's victory as president is no surprise. Now, the former KGB spy has dominated Russian politics for the last 18 years that he has been in power. In the last presidential elections, Vladimir Putin had won 63.6% of all the votes that were polled. All right, now the past few weeks have been extremely eventful when it comes to global developments regarding Russia. It has been 2 weeks since a Russian spy, Sergei Skripal, and also his daughter Yulia were found poisoned in the British town of Salisbury, and the British government believes that it was actually Russia that was behind the attack. The British foreign minister also went on to claim that the nerve agent attack was sanctioned by none other than Vladimir Putin himself, upping the diplomatic ante against Moscow. British Prime Minister Theresa May also expelled 23 Russian diplomats from London. The world has been very closely monitoring the developments, but Putin remains completely unfazed. The Russian president, in fact, stands to gain from this diplomatic standoff between the two nations, with Russia also expelling British diplomats in a tit-for-tat measure. Moscow's brazenness has only boosted the image of the Russian president as a strong leader, undeterred in times of crisis, who can stand up to the West. And that is not that Russia has also been reeling under fresh sanctions by the United States more than a year after charges of meddling in the US election surfaced. The Trump administration has only recently put sanctions on 19 Russians, which includes 13 Russian individuals, and 6 agencies, which include the Russian military intel agency, the GRU. However, the Russian administration remains calm about the new sanctions. Just days before the sanctions, the Russian president had in fact dismissed the charges, saying, and I quote, "I could not care less as to what the Americans are doing." Now, there has been an economic slowdown in Russia. Trade figures are also at an alarming low, but a highly controlled state media and a political system that is devoid of a strong opposition has led to an unparalleled reverence towards President Vladimir Putin. Now, one that has almost earned him the title of the longest-serving leader in Russia since Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin.
Спасибо большое. Благодарю вас. Спасибо.